הסתייגות 2 לסעיף 1. בבקשה, הצבעה.
I give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha-Rakakodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders which rule Great Millstone Well, and shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, Wa Abba Babal. Alright, so this is a sure word of prophecy, and you do well if you take heed. Alright, Ben not a Jew was chased out of the Israeli state parliament known as the Knesset, and it is because of the shame it has brought, all right, that Esau has brought upon its people, which in that land are counterfeits. They are not the true people of the Bible. They do not fit the biblical prophecies of the biblical Israelites. They are the Edomites. They are red, and you can see these men with their shirts being white and their skin being red. They are the Edomites. They're the counterfeits in the land. All right, and it tells you in Obadiah, all right, which is one chapter, in verse 10. I'm gonna go to the interlinear. It says in the King James Version, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Jacob represents the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian of North America, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean, which been scattered throughout the world in slavery under the so-called white race, Edom, and the other nations, which are confederate with the Edomites against the Israelites, the sons of Jacob. Now, when you go into the word there, shame, it's the same word that they were chanting to Ben not a Jew. It's Ba, in this blue letter, it has Ba-wa-sha, Ba-wa-sha, and that's what they were chanting, all right? And it says what? Shame, 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 Ba-wa-sha, Ba-wa-sha, Ba-wa-sha. Why? Because it's Esau, and this is the prophecy of Esau. So we have a sure word of prophecy, and you would do well if you took heed. I'm going to just read the first 4 verses of Obadiah, which is one chapter, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Obadiah was an Israelite. Thus saith Yahweh's power concerning Edom, Ishawah. Edom, the so-called white race, the red devil the Bible speaks of. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Talking about the Egyptian president that said the real Israelites left black and came back white. Which really there's no such thing as a black person or a so-called white person. There's different shades of brown and different shades of red. Alright? It says, "Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle." So this is why you had the 6-day war, when you had the invention of the Israeli state. It says, what you can read about the Balfour Act, it says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised." This is why they're chanting Ba-wa-sha, Ba-wa-sha, shame, shame, shame. They're greatly despised, these Edomites. And they don't produce children like the other nations. Definitely not like the Israelites. Alright? It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, which they call themselves Caucasian, because they are actually the Neanderthal, whose habitation is high. They invented the skyscraper. Look at Trump Towers. It says that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's the pride of the Edomite. They think they're going to rule forever. But it says what? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Esau uses the symbol of the eagle to represent themselves. Greece, Rome, America, the great seal of America. It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, the Space Force, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So Yahweh is going to bring you down by sending Yahweh Shai. And he's the one that raised the prophets to have this sure word of prophecy, the word of Yahweh, and it testifies of the signs of Yahweh Shai coming back, which he's going to judge all the heathen which are confederate against the Israelites. It says in Obadiah verse 15, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, because they're confederate with the Edomite. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So what you done unto the Israelite, you are going to drink of that same cup. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as they have drunk upon my holy mountain, which is Israel, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. When America gets its nuclear destruction, the Holy Land is going to be destroyed also, because you have those counterfeits in the land. When Yahweh Shai returns, there's going to be a mountain of troops, Armageddon, and Yahweh Shai is going to burn them up. 2nd Ezra 13. When he saw the vision, he said, all I saw was dust and smoke, which is going to cause the earth to shake. And pretty much their cities are going to be turned into dust. It says, but America will be a lake of fire, nuclear fire. All right, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, which we're going to own these heathen as slaves. I'm going to jump down the last verse, 21, and saviors, talking about the elect of Israel, starting with our head, Yahweh Shai, shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, the so-called white race, Aishawah. They're wasted away, and it's because the way they look, they have no color. And they lost their color because they're the descendants of Cain. Cain murdered his brother Abel, which pleased the Lord, and then hid his body and said, am I my brother's keeper? Pretty much, he said, I don't know where Israel, back then it was Abel, but they're doing the same thing, saying, we don't know where the real biblical Israelites are. So they made up counterfeits. All right, and it says, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. So Yahweh raised up the prophets of Israel, and we are condemning the Edomites to their fucking face. All right, and we're going to watch their whole entire destruction, their kingdom, and then their enslavement, and then their extinction. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostle elders that ruled Great Millstone well, which taught Israel the truth, which taught me the truth, which Yahweh Shai is the truth. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, Wa Abba Babal.